and a pleasant, well, now it's afternoon, to you and to yours, and welcome to Brevard Sports Network. They're this morning at Lloyd Hamilton Field here on the campus of Holy Trinity. We have the Tim Wakefield charity baseball game between Cocoa Beach and the Holy Trinity Tigers. So once again, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. I'm Alan Slaughterzinski, and we're going to have a lot of fun here today. And the day is just getting started. We got football tonight. All the proceeds here today will benefit Space Coast Discovery. Of course, this event, I don't know if you remember a couple of years ago, but Tim Wakefield joined us on a broadcast here. So today I figured I would begin this. Pregame as they get set to introduce the players in the national anthem with a snippet of that particular few minutes that we got to spend with the great Tim Wakefield.
Hooters face Wakefield 3 times.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, joining me right now. I'll get him for the rest of the season. I'm gonna bring him away from Nesson. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna bring him away from Nesson.
That's a hard one to do.
I know. At least welcome, Mr. Tim Wakefield. Tim, thanks for stopping by
thank
here.
you.
I'll tell you, it's great to see you again.
It's great to be seen.
Yeah, I know, right? Baseball, beautiful day for it. St. Jude's. Let's talk St. Jude's first, and what philanthropy means to you. It's been such a big part of your career and your life.
It has been. I felt very fortunate to do what I did for a living for as long as I did, and I always wanted to support not only the community that I lived in, but also the community that I played in. And in Boston, obviously the Jimmy Fund, the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute was huge. It was a great partnership of the Red Sox, and I've been involved with them as well as now I'm the honorary chairman of the Red Sox Foundation. So we do a lot with Dana-Farber as well as home base program with our veterans. There's a whole bunch of stuff that we do with the Red Sox Foundation, and I feel very blessed to be able to give back and continue to give back even after my playing career.
Eau Gallie High School graduate, went on to play at Florida Tech. You stayed right here.
Yep.
I think that's critical. You see both of those programs, Florida Tech's having a great year. Eau Gallie's having a great year. What's it mean to you to see those programs continue to flourish year in and year out? I
always keep track of how they're doing. Obviously, Jeff Tam took over the job at Florida Tech, and he's done a great job. Eau Gallie High School, obviously my alma mater. Brevard County is a great baseball county.
It is.
It is. Even from the time I was, growing up in the 80s, we had competition between Eau Gallie North and Eau Gallie South and, Little League. And we're 18, and then through high school with Mel High and Cocoa Beach, who Holy Trinity's playing right now, and Cocoa and Rockledge and Titusville. And we had some great baseball players come out of this county. It was a great baseball county, I think.
We got some great ones this year. You got that left-hander over there at Melbourne and Trey Wheeler, South Carolina commit. So it continues to move on and upwards here. Tim, I'm listening to some of these trivia questions. 17 years with the Red Sox. Drafted as a first baseman,
yeah.
And then how did you make that conversion from first base to pitcher?
Well, I was actually drafted out of Florida Tech as a hitter. I was a first baseman there, and I tell people when I got to pro ball, I was allergic to wood. He took that aluminum bat out of my hand, and I was allergic to wood. But it was, knuckleball for me is something I learned as a kid. I threw it at Eau Gallie when I was up 7-0 in the 7th inning, so I knew if I made a mistake, it wasn't going to cost us the game. And, I was drafted in 88, didn't do very well. 89 came around. I didn't make a team out of spring training, and I was goofing around playing catch with another first baseman throwing knuckleballs. And my manager at the time, his name's Woody Huckey. He's actually still part of the Pirate organization. He's almost 90, and he's still hitting fungos every single day.
Wow.
What a great guy. He walked behind me and said, holy, you know what? I didn't know you could do that. I'm like, well, I pitched in high school. He goes, go over to the bullpen mounds and throw for Bruce Keeson, who was our pitching coach down there in extended spring. So I go over there. Nothing else is said. They promote me to Augusta. I'm catching bullpens. I'm playing second base. I'm just trying to be on a team somewhere.
Right.
Then they send me back to the New York Penn League. I was playing for Welland, Ontario, And about halfway through that season, I wasn't playing again. They came to me and said, hey, listen, we just went through our organizational meeting. We got to your name. We're going to release you at the end of the season. But Woody Heike spoke up on your behalf, and we want to convert you into a knuckleball pitcher. And I'm like, okay. So next thing I know, I'm getting called in from second base to pitch on the mound in the middle of a game. Manager comes out and motions to me to come to the mound. I'm like, what are you doing? He goes, they want you to pitch, so go pitch.
So throw it.
I had like maybe 2 appearances the rest of that season, and they sent me to the instructional league, and 2.5 years later, I'm in the big leagues with the Pirates pitching against the Braves in the postseason.
Unbelievable.
It's crazy.
And you have had some amazing been a part of some amazing moments. Real quick, let me update everybody here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, deuces. Wild, as I like to say here.
Yeah.
Runner at second and third. Cocoa Beach threatening here again. Second consecutive inning, they had a runner at third. As you look back on all of it, it make the conversion. What are 1 or 2 of the biggest moments that stick out to you?
Wow. Obviously, the conversion from a knuckleballer. Once I got into that, I think the biggest moment for me was getting called up to pitch against the St. Louis Cardinals, who were a great team at the time in 1992. And remember facing my first strikeout was Ozzie Smith.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. Led off the game. I struck him out.
And that ball is lofted into center field, circling under it, hauls it in for the third and final out. 2 hits, no runs, no errors. 2 left. We head to the bottom of the third. No score between the Minutemen. All right, and just a couple of minutes of time there that I had. You can go back and actually watch that in its entirety. That was 3 years ago, nearly to the day, and it's just, to me, so, I don't even know the word I'm looking for, but I'll tell you this. When Tim Wakefield and Stacy Wakefield passed, it was certainly an eye-opening, life is a way too short moment that hit me, if it's ever hit me. And kudos to Tommy Kelsey. Kudos to the Holy Trinity Tigers for continuing to honor the Wakefields in everything. We're completely out of play, I promise. How you doing? Good. It's good to see you. How you guys doing? I like to see the young guys now. Umpires. They like me when we start, but, Now, this is an interesting game today because every player on the field, whether Cocoa Beach or Holy Trinity, Cheryl, they're going to be wearing the number 49. And I got to be honest with you, I got the lineups. I'll tell you who they are. But outside of that, we're going to have some fun here today, and I'm excited to be here. And some of the items up for auction, and again, all the benefits, all the proceeds today benefit Space Coast Discovery, as the Wakefields were major contributors to that, and so all the proceeds will benefit there. And again, this is some of the other sponsors. I know Coach Kelsey wants to make sure he thanks today Jeremiah's Italian Ice, Jimmy Hula's Long Doggers, Poppin' Party, Scott's Sporting Good, as Mike is behind the mic today, no pun intended. Timmy V, you remember Timmy V? Timmy V. So, charity baseball game today. And our 2 teams, of course, Cocoa Beach and Holy Trinity. Looks like Devin Jack will be doing the pitching today for the Tigers. Tell you a little bit about Jack Might here. It's a breezy day. That's always a positive and a negative. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, all good. Thanks, James. Hey, it's good to see you, man. Yeah, absolutely. James Phillips, the athletic director here at Holy Trinity. Devin Jack Mike this season 0-4 with a 5.17 ERA, 23 innings pitched, 8 walks, 10 strikeouts. He's allowed 32 hits. And teams this season are batting .308 against him. So Cocoa Beach, under the guidance and tutelage of first-year skipper Brian Johnson. You know Brian. Remember Brian, the Cocoa Beach great back in the day, won a World Series, I believe, with the Boston Red Sox. Cocoa Beach comes in batting .294 as a team. They got a win last night. They played Titusville last night and got a win. So, and they can hit, man. I'm telling you right now, they can hit. The wind is blowing at about 15 miles an hour. That's the good news. The bad news is it's blowing straight in. And we couldn't thank James Phillips and Tommy Kelsey more. Now, if you are Tommy Kelsey, if your last name is Kelsey, and you got some famous cousins, right, that happen to play some football, what do you think some of the auction items up for bid would be today? What would you guess? Do you have a guess? Take one. Think about this question now, because it's not hard. I promise. Here's one. How about this? How about if you know a Kelsey and you're running a charity event? How about getting your hands on a Taylor Swift signed poster? All you Swifties out there, come on down. Here's another one right there on your screen. So, yeah, there's a couple of those here today, but my favorite and the thing that I love, incredible, is this Tim Wakefield. I mean, you see it on your screen there. I mean, it's just simply absolutely incredible. Tim was, I remember I traveled with Tim and his wife. Brianna played volleyball for Beachway Volleyball Club. So at the time, I was traveling with Beach Wave and broadcasting their matches back to Brevard County for family members that could not make it. So I got an opportunity to know him a little bit on these trips, and we would have fun in the lobbies. It was just a good time. But the one thing, Tim used to tell some great stories. He was not afraid to talk about the home run he gave up to Aaron Boone. He was not afraid to talk about it. He didn't want to talk about it the day it happened, okay? But he was not afraid to talk about it. But that, I all the time I knew Tim, it's funny because I never asked for an autograph, right? In this bit, I've been doing this a while, and I got an extensive collection of memorabilia, and it just never. And there is Brianna Wakefield down from Boston College. She's done this a few times. Bree threw out the first pitch last year on opening day, I think it was. Or was it opening day? I think it was opening day last year she threw out the first pitch in Boston. There's Trevor out there, Trevor Wakefield, their son. But I never asked for an autograph until we did that broadcast together. And I said, "Hey, Tim, can you do me a favor?" He's like, "Sure, what's that?" I said, "Can you sign this baseball?" And he just kind of looked at me funny, like, you're asking me for an autograph? And I was like, yeah. I was like, and I was always so grateful that I got it. All right, let's give you the Cocoa Beach Minutemen lineup. They'll be leading off here today. They are the visitors. Batting first and playing shortstop will be number 11, Christian Wolf. Batting second and playing first base will be Parker Kress. Batting third and playing center field will be number 13, Colton Marshall. Batting fourth and playing right field will be Anthony Cerruti. Again, remember, they're all wearing number 49. Batting fifth and playing third base today will be number 18, Connor McGrew. Batting sixth and playing or actually he's pitching today, is number 22, Jack Meckel. We'll tell you all about Meckel coming up here in just a minute. Batting seventh and playing second base is number 10, Hayden Wilson. Batting eighth and catching today is number 7, Braden Wyman. And batting ninth and playing left field is number 1, Anthony. Well, what's he got? Stanley. It's Angel Stanley. This must be a mix-up on the thing. But let me turn the scoreboard on here. I got that all ready to go. Sorry about that. That is terrible for me to do that. Sinuses. The air quality not real good this time of the year in the great state of Florida. It's crazy because I never had an allergy in my life until I moved to this planet I call Florida. Stepping in here as Devin Jack Might, 0-4 with a 5.17 ERA, 23 innings, pitched this year, 17 earned runs. He's walked 8, struck out 10. Opponents are batting .308 against him. Them balls were taking off through that net up there. It was like as soon as they hit that net, they picked up a warp speed even I didn't know existed. All right, here we go. The Tim Wakefield charity baseball game getting ready to go here. Is that Coach Johnson at third? I know he hears me. Christian Wolf steps in. Wolf this season, yeah, he's having a pretty good year. 273, 12 hits for the Minutemen. First pitch offering upstairs, ball 1. And we're underway on an absolutely gorgeous day for baseball. Jack Mites rocks, kicks, and fires. And that's fouled back to the screen, and it's 1-1. Glad to be with you here today. This is our, I believe, our fourth one we've done. I don't know if Marcus May's here today, but if anybody sees Marcus May, grab him. Here's the pitch. Oh, that's one if you hang on to, it's probably a strike. Let's take you around the Holy Trinity infield and outfield. We'll start behind the plate. It's going to be Marco Dawson back there. I wonder if Marco's any relation to the golfer Marco Dawson. Pitch upstairs for a ball. From left to right in the outfield, Lucas Capitos in left, Brody Del Boccio in center, and Noah Thatcher over in right field today. Jack Mites 3-1 is down the line, behind the bag, foul. The third baseman is going to be Braden Kite, it looks like. The shortstop is Roman Carlson. Second baseman, Jacob Allison over at first. Ethan Nunez. And behind the dish, as we noted, Marco Dawson with Jack Mite on the bump today. Jack Mite 5 pitches deep on the leadoff hitter. The 3-2 on its way is fouled, and it'll stay 3-2. Saw Coach Matt Gifford here from Vieira as well. The Hawks bounced back with a big 2-0 win last night over Vero Beach as Zach Alarashi hit a 2-run home run in the 7th inning to win that one. Strike 3. Beautiful pitch by Jack Mite. 1 out. Get a pen on your purse? I got like 10 of them in that briefcase, but thank you. All right. Foul back. As Parker Crest steps in. Ground ball to shortstop. Oh, he bobbled it. That's going to be E6. But Crest is aboard. And 1 out, 1 on. Colton Marshall steps in. Slow roller, but off the foot. He kind of gave that away when he started limping out of the box. 1-1. I guess you can all see because I can't. I can see. I'm talking about on the screen here. Yeah. 4-18-22. Jack Mite with a runner on first. They'll steal. Cocoa Beach will go. They've gotten, and that's a good peek over this year. As a team this season, 39 stolen bases. Holy Trinity with 40. So both of these teams like to run when they're aboard. Inside, Jack Mite having a hard time. 1-1. Consistently throwing strikes, that is. That's a good-looking pitch there. That'll go back and out of play. And now Jack Mite with an opportunity to put Cress away here with 1 out and 1 aboard. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. What do you throw? What do you throw? Got him. Oh, just missed him. I always like to give him the got him first. That wakes you up at home, right? Got him. Nope. Just snuck in. Still 1-2 to the hitter. Foul back to the screen as Parker Crest continues to do his best BG's impression, staying alive. Is it mine? Yeah. Jack Mite gets the signal from his battery mate, comes to a set, rocks, kicks, runners off and going, and he stumbled coming out of the gate, and everybody stumbled on that one. And now it's 2-2 as down to second base goes Cress. And Colton Marshall strikes out, and a nice job by hanging on to that third strike there by the catcher, Marco Dawson. Anthony Cerruti will step in. Cerruti, he's a freshman, and this young man leads the team in a few offensive categories. That first pitch is outside. Cerruti comes in batting .341. He's got 14 hits and 12 RBIs. Both are team highs this season for Cocoa Beach. as he looks at ball one. And there's a chopper to the shortstop. Chance to make up for it. Great throw. Easy peasy lemon squeezy out of the inning. Aside from the error, 2 strikeouts and a ground out. End the top of the first. No score between the Tigers and the Minutemen. Back with the bottom of the first in a minute.
Hooters faced Wakefield 3 times so far in his career, still looking for his first hit. Don't get it here as he's called out on strikes.
Started with a fastball, and then the next 2 pitches the knuckleball. So Wakefield picks up the strikeout on a knee-high knuckler.
Down on strikes goes Pose, so Wakefield making quick work so far of the Royals. Gets Kruder called and Pose swinging. That one bounces away. Damon flying down the first baseline. Throw by Baratek will not be in time. So Damon down on strikes will reach with 2 outs here in the 9th. Swing and miss. He struck him out, and we've got extra innings tonight in Kansas City.
Welcome back to the bottom of the first inning here. No score. Cocoa Beach did not score. Holy Trinity will now bat here. They come in at 5 and 9. It'll be Roman Carlson leading off. Ethan Nunez batting second. Brody Del Boccio batting third. Devin Jackknight batting fourth. Noah Thatcher fifth. Marco Dawson sixth. Braden Kite seventh. Lucas Capitos eighth. And Jacob Allison ninth for the Tigers here today. Take you around the infield and the outfield real quick. Let's start with the outfield. Let's go from left to right. Stanley in left, Marshall in center. Over in right will be Anthony Cerruti. Over at third base will be McGrew. Your shortstop today is Christian Wolf. Over at second base, Wilson. And your first baseman is Parker Kress. Behind the plate is Wyman. And on the bump today for Cocoa Beach is Jack Meckel. And Meckel, I could probably show it to you. Meckel with a swing and a miss, and there's a ground ball to the shortstop. And the problem here with the shortstop, and here's the coachable moment here. Can't sit there and let it. You cannot let that ball come to you. You have got to go get that ball before it took that second hop. That's the play. He doesn't do that, and consequently, it bounces and hits him in the chest. And for the second consecutive half inning, we have an E6 on the play. Kress. Oh, Meckel. I said Meckel was pitching. Meckel's first pitch is a strike, swung on a miss. Meckel's making his 7th appearance of the year. He's 1-3 with a 3.67 ERA in 21 innings pitched, 14 walks, 21 strikeouts, 18 hits, 11 earned runs, and teams are batting just .217 against him this year. And this pitch is tailor-made for a ground ball, and he lets it get through his legs. And we're stopping at second base. And 2 on, and that's 2 straight errors. Mama said there'd be days like this. You just got to shake it off. Got to shake it off. So Carlson and Nunez each reach on an error. And this will bring up Brody Del Boccio. Del Boccio, 426 this year, 20 hits and 10 RBIs. Number 11 sitting out there at second base for him. Swing and a miss. Meckel and Del Boccio. That drives me nuts. He didn't move. I was telling Caleb, the turn to throw to second base, I've never actually seen it work. In the dirt, great block by the catcher. He's going to try and take third anyway, and he will. You see it right there in your screen. All the runners move up. All two of them, that is. And now runners at second and third. And Del Boccio with an opportunity here to really add to his RBI total. And now the infield will come in all the way around to try to prevent the early run here. Pitch. And Del Boccio lifts this one. Runner setting the tag. The runner holds up. Here's the throw home. Nice job by Cocoa Beach holding up. And Del Boccio flies out to the center fielder for out number one, as Devin Jackmite can help his calls now as he steps in. So not quite deep enough to score a run there. And there's a little liner in the right field. It'll drop. One run will score. The second run, oh my goodness, what a cannon. But he launches it to the backstop. And on his way to second base goes Devin Jackmite, who scores both runs there on an RBI single. And Jackmite helps his calls, and the Tigers take a 2-0 lead. Nice piece of hitting by Jackmite. For Jackmite, RBIs number 6 and 7 this season. And that'll bring up Noah Thatcher. And there's a shot down the third base line and around third. And on his way to score is Jackmite. And in with an easy stand-up double is Thatcher. And Holy Trinity leads it 3-0. That's cashing in. Marco Dawson steps in. I want to know if he's any relation to the golfer. I can't see the comments, so I won't know if you know afterwards to let me know. People, help me out. Upstairs. One and 0. And this one is lifted foul. So 3 runs in already. Still just 1 out. And a runner at second. Jackmite with the big RBI single. And then Thatcher with a stand-up double. That can be the downfall of playing back-to-back games. You go play on a Friday night and then to play again on 12 o'clock on a Saturday for a high school team. Yeah, it can be challenging outside. But I will tell you this. If you want to play at the next level, get used to it. Shot in the right field, and another base hit, and around third and on his way to score is Jack Might. Here's the throw to the plate. He is safe, and it's 4-0 as big piece of hitting there by Dawson. And 3 straight hits, and it's now 4-0 Holy Trinity. As Braden Kite steps in. Still just 1 out. Upstairs. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I think that shocked both of us here, sitting here watching this. That's one of those chest high or chin high strikes. It's okay. I got you. American League strike coming from a National League girl. I hear you. Okay. All right. I'll take the dig. 2-2. Pitch. Fouled back and hopefully not off of my windshield. And it stays 0-2. Okay. I've gotten so lucky over the last couple of years. It's going to end one day. I'm just resolved to it. I actually have a, what do you call it, where you can buy one of those where you can get just the window. Shot down the third base line, but foul. And I mean, just, the good news is, here's the awesome thing. Coach Kelsey put us in this great box over here on the third base side. And the awesome thing about it is all the action is, I haven't had to, turn the camera wild side left to pick up any big plays because, well, if I'm being honest, I wouldn't. And can you grab that scorebook there that just flew away from over here? I am so sorry. Thank you. That wind is tricky. In the dirt for you can walk back in. You can walk in front of the camera. Pitch. Yep. Nope. That one out to Wickham Road. Craig Bailey's here, so you know it must be a huge event. Oh, that was ball 2 at the knees, but probably the lower port. Listen, I wouldn't know what kind of strike was, what kind of ball was that? American League? Okay. And this ball is lifted into left field. I'll tell you what, he scared me. Because the one thing you don't want to do as an outfielder is turn around on a ball. He did, but he still makes the play for the second out. Oh, and knees start popping too. Capito steps in now. 8th batter this inning. 4 runs in for HT. Capito's a 161 hitter this year. Looking to bump that average up. Swings and fouls one off. And it's 1-1. 2 outs, 4 runs already in. As the Tigers make Cocoa Beach pay for 2 errors. And following those 2 errors, had 3 straight hits. Swing. And a miss, strike 2. I want to thank Jimmy Hulas. Don't forget Taco Tuesday coming up Tuesday. Foul back and out of play. Hope your team has got off to a good start in Major League Baseball. I know the Braves are a competitive 0-2, I'm told. 0-2 is 0-2. Orioles got throttled last night. 450-year-old Charlie Morton pitched a great 2 innings. And that's about all you can expect from a 41-year-old. Shot first base, got to flip this to the pitcher. He does. Nice play, just as they drew it up in spring training. That will end the inning. And not before Holy Trinity scores 4 runs on 3 hits and 2 errors. 1 left. We go to the top of the second. 4-0 Tigers. All right, welcome back here to the top of the second inning. And this will be, as soon as I get my scorecard in order here, I'll be able to tell you. This is McGrew stepping in. McGrew is number 18, and that would be Connor McGrew. And Connor McGrew with a high Baltimore chop-like ball. If you know me, I always try to get a Baltimore reference in at least one game. Now, I do know this. I'm fairly confident that, and I'm gonna have to Google this in a minute, but I'm fairly confident that Brian Johnson was teammates with Timmy Wakefield in Boston. Outside, matter of fact, let me Google that now while I'm just looking, thinking about it. I don't think anybody's going to get upset with me. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch. Oh, that's a rocket to the shortstop, and he hauls it in for out number 1. That's a great play out there by Roman Carlson. Jack Meckel steps in. Meckel, the pitcher. First pitch offering, and Meckel hits this one a country mile, but the wind will not let that go anywhere but into the glove of left fielder Lucas Capitos, and that's 2 quick outs. Hayden Wilson steps in. Easy does it for Jack Might, who had a big inning, knocking in 2 runs, and now has retired 5 of the first 6 he's faced. Now, player did reach, but that was on an error. Jack Might rocks, kicks, and fires, and that is fouled back to the screen. Quickly in a 1, that's 2 strikes. It should be, I think. Shouldn't that be 2 strikes? Well, we'll find out here if we get a strike. Pitch. Off now. I know that's 2 strikes. Four to nothing. Pitch. Strike 3. Caught window shopping. Rings him up. Ends the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. We head to the bottom of the second. 4 to nothing. Holy. All right, here we go. In the top, or bottom, I should say, of the inning. And the one thing I promised myself I was going to do between innings, I didn't do. Who is this? Oh, this should be Jacob Allison. I believe Capitos. Yep. 3-2 now. And this ball is lifted into center field, and right there with the floating line drive with the catch is Colt Marshall, and that is out number 1. Roman Carlson back up, top of the order, reached on an error his first time up. Yeah, head coach Brian Johnson. He was an 09 graduate from Cocoa Beach. The ball is skied in the right field. I think this is playable. And off his glove, but it's a fair ball. And I'm going to give him a double. That's a lot of ground to cover. And I think if that's a Major League Baseball play, that's regarded as a tough play. So I'm going to give him a double. I'm a hard scorer. I'd be the guy in the press box in Major League where the players would be calling up, cussing me out. Nunez steps in. He also reached on an error his last time up, and he scored, as did Carlson. 1 out, 1 on. And there's a little shot down the right field line. He won't get that one. That's a fair ball. And around second and on his way to score is Carlson. And back-to-back doubles puts the Holy Trinity Tigers up 5-0 here in the second inning. And still just 1 out with Del Boccio coming to the dish. All 1. So what it was Johnson made, I think, an appearance with the Red Sox, and because he was on, they didn't make the postseason roster, but they ended up giving him a World Series ring, if I remember from the interview. Pitch. Del Boccio. Oof. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, that is an interesting call. Yes, it is. But, I got another event tonight. I'll take it. And that is strike 3. 2 outs. Devin Jackmite steps in, and Devin with a single that scored 2 runs. Big Mike Moffitt on the PA today from Scott's Sporting Goods. And there's a little nibbler off the end of the bat. Got to hurry with this. Ooh. Boy, that was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be, but that'll end the inning 4-3. 1 run on 2 hits. No errors. 1 left. We had 2. Top of the third. 5-0. Tigers in this district battle. I know Coach Kelsey wants to thank those that helped make this event possible, and that includes Jeremiah's Italian Ice, Jimmy Hula's, Long Doggers, Poppin' Parties, Scott's Sporting Goods, Timmy V, of course, yours truly here at Brevard Sports Network, and all the proceeds, of course, today go to Space Coast Discovery, a academy that was near and dear to the hearts of Tim and Stacy Wakefield. And there you see the beautiful couple on your screen. Tim passed away. Just blew us all away. He passed away of brain cancer in October, I believe it was, October 1st of 2022, I think. And Stacy, not 5 months later, cancer. So, of course, leaving behind two great kids in Trevor and Brianna. Brianna threw out the first pitch today here. So all proceeds today will benefit Space Coast Discovery as we head to the top of the third inning here. It'll be 8-9-1 for Cocoa Beach. Wyman steps in. Had to be. Foul back to the screen. 1 ball and 1 strike. I'd like to see the wind just change directions for a couple of innings just to see one of these kids hit one out of here. Pitch. And that is definitely outside. What time's Florida play? Yeah, I think it is tonight. The Gators with a chance to go to the Final Four tonight. Low and inside. Six. 09. The Gators play. Yes, it will. And there's a shot to the shortstop. Up and got him. Yes, indeed. Nice play by the first baseman over there, Ethan Nunez. Again, he made the Cardinals sin, but he fielded the ball, and that's letting the ball get to his chest, Roman Carlson. But he makes a good throw, or decent throw, and over on the bag, able to get him off was Nunez. So 2 outs, or 1 out. Sorry, check that, 1 out. And this brings up Stanley. Shows bunt. The 9th batter in the lineup for Coach Johnson. Cocoa Beach has moved ahead of MCC in the regional rankings. So they are 8 and MCC is 9. And being 8th in the regional rankings mean you occupy the last spot, playoff berth. But more than likely in this district, Holy Trinity, Cocoa Beach, MCC, and the other teams in it, only the district champ's going to go to the state tournament. Upstairs, 1 and 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out. Top of the 3rd. 5-0 Holy Trinity. And there's a little blooper that's going to drop in. And that's on the line and around first. Let's see if he's going to take a shot at it. He is. He's going to get in safely with a hustle double, we'll call it. And Cocoa Beach with a little bit of 1-out life here as Stanley drops a double right on the chalk line down the left field line. And we'll go back to the top of the order with Christian Wolf, who struck out his last time up. you're Jack Mike, you can't even worry about that guy at second base. A sweeper that gets called a strike. 0-1. Jack Mike steps off the rubber and back to second base goes Stanley. I got to give one Bob Uecker call. This year I got to give one Bob Uecker home run call this year as a tribute to the Uke. Get up, get out. It's out of here. And that ball is lifted down the right field line and foul. And it's 1-2. So for the most part, Jack Mike has been ahead of the hitters today, which dictates 2-strike pitches. And let's see what he dictates here. Little off-speed pitch that does Stanley, I believe, does a nice job. Not Stanley. Wolf does a nice job of fouling off. And this ball is lifted, kind of a gapper. And the center fielder called the ball. Left fielder's got to get away. That's center fielder's ball. I mean, I know the left fielder had an easier track to it. When the center fielder calls you off, you're called off. But it's an out, and they'll take it, but it was almost catastrophe. Yeah, that's what the center fielder's telling the left fielder right now. It's my ball. I call it. Get out of the way. Yep. Foul ball as Parker Crest steps in. I mean, if that were the case, everybody be calling it, right? Nobody get out of the way. It's like a catch-22 because, again, the left fielder was in better position to catch it, but center fielder called it, and he plunked him. That is the 20th hit batter this year by Holy Trinity pitching. So they are certainly averaging more than one a game. So if you're in the opposing team's lineup, you're like, who's going to be today, guys? Who's catching one? So now it's first and second. That's the bad news if you are Holy Trinity. The good news is it's a force at third and second, and there's 2 outs. So no need to panic here. A lot of times with first base being open, you prefer to, if you're going to put the guy on first, to do it another way. But this will bring up Colton Marshall. Marshall struck out his last time up as well. It'll look to see where that was. It's a ball. Great crowd on hand here today. Two and 0. They're going to make a shot at it. He gets back in time. Being a base coach, it's got to be one of the boringest jobs until it's not. You know what I mean? It's just one of those jobs. It's like being a firefighter in a country urban firehouse. It can be boring until it's not. 2 outs here. And this is a tough play. And that time, everybody gets out of the way of the center fielder. Nice job there by Del Boccio, who calls it and hauls it for the third and final out. Cocoa Beach strands 2. We go to the bottom of the third, 5-0 Tigers. Thatcher immediately puts one into the gap, and Thatcher will hold up at second with a double. Noah Thatcher leads off the third. And now Marco Dawson will step up. Brian Johnson telling his pitcher, let's go. I don't think he's happy with the way his team is. To me, this is a good young baseball team, but I kind of get I feel like if I were coaching them, I'd be trying to snap them out of a sleepwalking mentality. It feels like, yeah, he played last night. Let's go, guys. It's time to wake up. And I think he's trying to do the same thing with that visit to the mound. As Dawson steps in, he singled his last time up. He shows bunt, and this is not going to be good. He got under the tag. Yes, that is a great call. Great call by the umpire. And he got in well on it. You got to, when you get that ball, you got to lay it down. I know Craig Bailey got that shot, so that poor young man's going to get to see that right here in front of the camera because we're here, and Craig Bailey's standing right there, so I know he's got a picture of it. Yeah, the catcher, yeah, I hear what Brian's saying. The ball definitely beat him there. Brian's got a case for that, but the tag was on the chest, and the runner was well under it. called him safe, right? Yeah, I mean, he was. He was safe. Yeah, he definitely did. Well, I thought the throw was great. And again, you never want to single out one. Thank God they're all wearing 49, right? But he put the tag on his chest, and that's not where it goes. And I know when Coach Johnson sees this, he's got the angle right here. It happened right in front of us. And if he did tag him at the same time, the foot at the bag, then the ties go to who? Ties go to the runner. Ball bounces in the dirt, and that's a walk. And this will bring up Braden Kite. That is just the first walk of the day. Brandon Kite, not Braden, Brandon. So Brandon Kite steps in. He flied out to the left fielder his last time up. He gets the ball to the outfield. This time, well, I don't think that scored the run. It did not. So we're going to get a pinch runner, number 49, in for 49. Coming up tonight on Brevard Sports Network, it's the EAFL as the East Coast Sharks will host the Central Florida Colts. Nice. Got him that. Yeah. I mean, lesson learned here is you got to slide. Why are you not sliding? I mean, that's the coachable moment right there, son. You need to be sliding into home plate. But that's a good play by Cocoa Beach. And see how it all goes around, it comes back? That's baseball. Evens out in the end. Great play by the second baseman there, Wilson. You got to slide. And Dawson goes down to second. And Kite is on first. So first and second with one out. He slides, he's safe. And it's 6-0. Yes, you do. Capitos, the hitter. Capitos grounded out to the first baseman who flipped to the pitcher his last time up. And there's a shot that's going to get past the third baseman around third to score the 6th run. Here's the throw. And there you go, young man. That's how you slide. And it's 6-0. As Marco Dawson scores on the Capitos base hit. And Jacob Allison steps up with runners at the corners and one out. And right here, you go from here, you got to hit this guy. This is, Coach Kelsey and Coach Johnson are great coaches, and they certainly got their coachable moments here because that's a missed cutoff guy. We saw the slide, right? The tag. Oh, that hit him. So bases are now juiced with one out. Roman Carlson up for the third time in the last 3 innings. Reached on an error and doubled and scored. He has scored 2 runs in this game. And a chance for Holy Trinity to absolutely break it wide open here. One ball and no strikes to Carlson. Six nothing is our score. Yeah, that's a pretty pitch there. 1-1, catches the outside corner. Now you're ready. Now you're ready, right? Now you're ready is what you tell him. Swings over the top. Strike 2. 1-2. And there's a shot. This is a tough play. And it goes foul. That's probably for the better. Yes, he is. I don't know that he would have got him. Have a good day. Pitch. Oh, he reached on it, got him. Nowhere to run on this one. And that is a big strikeout. Oh, yeah. Yeah. He definitely did. That young man behind me said he got folded. He definitely, that is definitely a dugout expression. And folded is one way to describe it. Nunez steps in. I'm chuckling not at Carlson, but at the response. And there's a shot. Oh, he dropped it. Nope, he's safe. And that is the third error of the day from the shortstop position for Cocoa Beach. And it scores another run, and it's 7-0. Brody Del Baccio steps in. And again, letting the ball come to your body. Go get it. Good pitch. 7-0. I didn't expect this today. I mean, you look at these two teams, and Holy Trinity came into this game a -21 in run differential. It's only scored 69 runs and allowed 90 this year, but they've put up 7 here today. Yeah, absolutely. You know, my coach used to say with errors, and I'll tell you about him in a minute, because not yet. I'll save the spectacular for the later innings. So my coach used to say, you know, guys, I know you don't get credit in a book for an error, but just remember, in order for them to make one, you had to put the ball on the bat, or you put the bat on the ball. And this one is launched into center field, but a good track on it and hauled in for the third and final out, but not before 2 more. Holy Trinity makes it 7-0. We're going to the top of the 4th. Tigers on top by 7. Cocoa Beach has got some work to do at the dish, as Devin Jackmite has shut the door on them through 3. We go to the 4th. Apologize. We lost our internet connection. We got it back. I don't know where we are, but hopefully everything's all right. Everything looks good. Strike called. This is Anthony Cerruti, the freshman who leads Cocoa Beach in hitting. Cerruti fouls it back to the screen, and he's quickly down 0-2. Want to thank my card for student athletes. Inside, good waist pitch. Try to get him to chase. Oh, I got it. Foul ball. Want to thank Walden Custom Builders. Number 49 to number 49. That ball snuck under. Yeah, I'd like to help, but can't do it. 1-2. Shot down the left field line. Just what the doctor ordered. Oh, that's a great play by the left fielder, by Lucas Capitos, to cut that ball off and keep the runner at first. That shot was down the line. Great hustle. But Cerruti starts off with a single, and Cocoa Beach are the bats ready to wake up here against Devin Jackmite. This brings up Colton McGrew, and McGrew looks at strike one right down Wickham Road. And I do mean right down Wickham Road. That's the street behind those trees over there. Outside, 1-1. Pitch. Hard ground ball that'll get through, and that's back-to-back base hits, and Cerruti will stop at second. And stopping at first is McGrew, and that'll bring up Jack Meckel. Tommy McGrew, I'm sorry. Well, I'm off somewhere. Tommy McGrew steps in. Okay, so I'm off somewhere. I don't know where I messed up, but I messed up somewhere. But McGrew, we got back-to-back base hits, so that would have been 13 would have got the hit, and that would be Colton Marshall. Was anybody – how was that third out made in the – somebody thrown out at a base? I can't remember. Yeah, but that wasn't the third out. So anyway, Colton Marshall and Cerruti with back-to-back hits. And McGrew steps in now. Ball one. Nice bunt. I'll tell you what, he took a look. Probably could have got him, but that's the smarter play. You got the sure out. You're up by 7. Take the sure out. I like it. I like the decision there. He's skipping around. He screwed up because he just said Wilson's up. Prior to that, he tried to say it was McGrew. So I had it right. He screwed it up. Big Mike Moffitt screwed it up. Okay, so I'm right. Okay, because this is Wilson. That was Meckel there. That bunted. All right. As long as I know I'm not going insane. That happens enough. Foul back to the screen. So Wilson steps in. Well, at least, it does feel good to be right. That I'll say. It don't happen often, if ever. Lunged again, strike 2 to Wilson. And again, in the defense of Big Mike Moffitt, all these kids are wearing 49. Yeah. Yes, I know. I got it right. Sorry. I got to amuse myself. That's a dad's wildest dream. The little girl just ran into the bullpen and started playing on the clay dirt there. I'm sure Mom will be pleased with that. 1-2. 1 out. Pitch on the way to Wilson. Jack Mike kicks and fires. Staying alive. You guys familiar with the Bee Gees? You guys know who the Bee Gees are? I know, I'm just messing with them. If they knew, I was going to. Balls popped up. How old are you guys? I asked 2 12-year-olds if they know who they were a group, music group, but you wouldn't know who they are. But it would have been impressive if you did. You guys play baseball? Who you play for? Okay. Okay. All right. So I'll be calling your name in a couple of years. All right. Okay. 2-2. To Wilson. Outside, and he has worked the count full to 3 balls and 2 strikes, and there is no activity in the Holy Trinity bullpen. I know this because I'm sitting in front of it. 3-2. 1 out. Double play ball would be nice. And that is fouled back and out of play. No. Yeah. Chopper won't be a double play over to first. Got him. And, okay, let the run score. Take the out. And they won't get anything. And the run will score. Good job by Cocoa Beach running the bases there. But a good job to get the out as well. The run does score. Yeah, I was going to say, you're up 7. Give them the run. Take the out. Get off the field. But they commit an error on that play. If you're scoring at home, Wilson goes 5-3, and that'll bring up Wyman. And now there's activity in the bullpen. Yep. Who's that warming up? Catch. Who's that warming up? Thank you. 2 outs here. And one, this is what you call minimizing damage. You know what I mean? So Seth Monteleone, the sophomore, up warming in the bullpen. Popping that mitt too, huh? I love that sound. Yeah. 1-2. And that ball is lifted deep in the right field, but the wind will keep it in. And a nice play out there by Noah Thatcher to haul it in. That's not an easy play to make for the 3rd and 5. I'll tell you what, if there's no wind, that's gone, because he certainly got all of that. Cocoa Beach does get one, I believe. I'm pretty sure they did. Yeah, they get a run. And we head to the bottom of the 4th, 7-1. New hurler on the mound for Cocoa Beach is going to be Jacob Cromash as he comes in, the junior. Obviously, everybody's wearing 49 today, so the fun of this is you got to figure out who it is. So Cromash this year is making his 3rd appearance. He's 1-0 with a 0.91 ERA. And Cromash 7 2/3 innings pitched this year. Look, he throws strikes, 2 walks, 13 strikeouts. He's allowed 1 earned run and 7 hits this year. Teams are batting just .226 against him this season. As you see, Cromash warming up. 7-1, bottom 4 here. We're going to start taking out the headset thing here in a minute and start having to plug up and charge up a little bit because, well, I knew it would do this today. Devin Jacomite steps in, and Jacomite has had quite a day thus far. I'd have to say if we were forced to name a player of the game right now, it's got to be Jacomite. Jacomite scored with an RBI, or he actually scored and then had an RBI single that scored 2. And then he scored himself. And his last time up, he grounded out to the second baseman. And he looks at, well, he's got 2 strikes on him now, to the new pitcher, Jacob Cromash. And he goes after that one for strike 3. And that'll bring up Thatcher. Noah Thatcher. Good job. Good little 2-step there to get out of the way. It's not easy to do. Pop. See how close we are to the bullpen. That one had a little bit to it, huh? Yeah. Yeah, he's doing some window shopping on that one, and it cost him a strike, 1-2. He liked the way it looked. Well, let's see if he goes and buys it. That was a curveball he snaps off, and now it's 2-2. Oh, my goodness gracious. Doing a little fishing, pulls the hook, strikes him out. 2 outs here. And after scoring their first run of the game, it would be huge to get a shutdown inning. And they are 1 out away from doing that, thanks to the new pitcher on the bump, Jacob Cromash. Marco Dawson steps in. Cromash rocks, kicks, and fires, and strike one fouled back to the screen. Swing and a miss, strike 2. So Cromash is 1 strike away from striking out the side here in the 4th inning. Curveball. Yeah, it's all right. I was told I jinxed him. That curveball didn't break. Well, let me rephrase it. It broke right into the middle of Dawson's back. Kite steps in. Braden Kite. Way to take one for the team, son, says Coach Kelsey. Couldn't get out of the way of that thing. Now Cromash with a chance to still sort of strike out the side. They can all be strikeouts.
But no more 1, 2, 3.
That's correct. No more 1, 2, 3. Inside, and all of a sudden, Cromash has lost the strike zone here. I've seen it happen. 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th, 7-1. There you go. Ground ball to second baseman. Got to hurry. Does. Gets him. And that'll end the inning. Outside of the hit by pitch, a nearly perfect inning. We go to the top of the 5th. 7-1. Holy Trinity. Yep, it's the 7th inning, or high school baseball, 5th inning stretch. And the song that is played here is one very near and dear to my heart. It is the one. It is the one that is the close. It is the one used by the Orioles for their 7th inning stretch. Thank God I'm a country boy, and I absolutely love it. John Denver, the late great John Denver. As do we still got Jack White? I didn't hear, so. But we got Capitos leading it all. Or no, it's just Goga Beach, actually. Not bad. Uh-oh. Were you sent here to protect me? Is he that wild? Oh, okay. Is that Jack Mike still pitching? Is that Jack Mike? Okay. All right. Well, that's comforting. Hey, thanks for protecting us, though.
Well, he said I heard him say he found strike zones to be restrictive.
Yeah.
The pitcher said it. So
What'd he say?
he found strike zones to be restrictive.
Oh, the pitcher said that. Oh, the pitcher said he found strike zones to be restrictive. Well, okay. That's one way to buck authority. That's funny. That is hysterical. There's a slow ground ball. Nice chopper and good first out. Good play by the third baseman there. That is Braden Kite. And it's one out. And that's all you got to do. Throw strikes, get ground balls. Parker Kress steps in. So Kress today, he was hit by a pitch his last time up. Ball is fouled, popped up. Found strike zones to be restrictive. I like that. I do like. I gotta tell you, it's one of the best things I've heard. I find strike zones to be restrictive. Chopper, and this should be. Oh, nice backhand over to first. Outstanding play over there by Jacob Allison, I believe, second baseman. Colt Marshall steps in. And Marshall today singled. Struck out. Pitch. Yes, indeed. Outside corner, strike one. Foul back. That's the last one. That's a good one. Up to $700 on the 50-50 here. That's cool. One ball and two strikes. Pitch. I'll tell you, Jack Might came in here today on Tim Wakefield Charity Baseball Day and has pitched a gem. Now, he's not struck out 10 hitters, and he's not. But what he's done is he's thrown strikes, he's changed speeds, and he's done a great job locating the ball today. And he's made batters chase balls and hit balls that are well out of the zone. And now we've got our first deuces wild situation of the game. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 5th. 7-1, Tigers on top. Backs off. And that one is fouled back. And the count will remain 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got to throw it down. Got to get him a tough play. Got him. And that completes the strikeout. And that completes the top of the fifth. One runner stranded. We go to the bottom of the fifth. 7-1 Tigers. All right, ground ball, one out. Jacob Allison steps in. That was Lucas Capitos. Jacob Cromash in. Do I have his name right? I keep making sure I want to say it right. Yeah, Jacob Cromash is pitching for Cocoa Beach, and he had a heck of an inning his last time out, except he struck out the first two, and then all of a sudden he drilled a kid in the back and kind of ruined the perfection of it. But then he got the third out, and yeah, that was close. You know, Coach is going to hear that, right? No, I'm kidding. Don't hurt yourself, man. I don't want to see you getting impaled. Ooh. I will say this. I love the umpire behind the plate. Good guy. But that's been a strike all day. All day. Oh, I don't think so. He scooted in. That ball is popped up and unplayable. And the count will stay full. Now we got two warming up. Bullpen. We're going to go to the bullpen camera in a minute. Pitch, and that ball is lifted in the right or second and caught. There's our bullpen camera. Okay, back to the regular camera. Yeah, you know. There's a strike to, my guess would be Roman Carlson, since 8, 9, and 1 were due up, and that's 0 and 1. 4 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third for Holy Trinity. 7 on the board. I want to thank Coach Kelsey for making sure we were back. And this ball lifted in the right field. He got it. I think he got it. Yes, indeed. Da-da-da, da-da-da. A web gem in right field by the freshman Anthony Cerruti will end the inning. But Holy Trinity still leads it 7-1.
Hooters face Wake.
The start of the 2024 season is upon us, and there is no better time to be a baseball fan than opening day. Traditions and celebrations filled with joy and excitement for a new season. This opening day is an extra emotional one for Red Sox Nation. It will be the first without number 49, Tim Wakefield. Wake is the name used by those close to him, but there's another nickname that teammates used, the Heavy. A nickname that came with being the enforcer of veteran leadership for young ball players finding their way at the MLB level. A tradition passed down for decades to make sure that young men learn that it's a privilege, not a right, to be
Kevin Youkilis to Tim Wakefield that they played. They wore the number 49. I interrupt that just to tell you that we've got a new pitcher on the bump, and it is Seth Monteleone, the sophomore, I should say, Monteleone this year is making his 7th appearance. He is 3-2. Young man can bring it. I was watching him pitch, and so were you in the bullpen. He's got a 0.58 ERA. Monteleone now, he has only allowed, I think if I remember reading this last night, Yeah, he's back on the first page. Yeah, he's 24 innings, 17 hits, 2 earned runs, 11 walks, and 20 strikeouts. So he throws BBs. Anthony Cerruti leads it off, and let's see if Cerruti can follow up the big catch in right field with a big play at the plate. The leading hitter for Cocoa Beach. And there's a ground ball to the shortstop, up and over to first. And that is out number 1. And this will bring up McGrew. McGrew steps in. We're in the top of the 6th. Not much time remaining for Cocoa Beach. McGrew popped out to the shortstop, grounded out to the pitcher. And there's a slow dribbler foul. Curveball. And, boy, what a slow one it was. Did you see that? I think that thing must have slipped out of his hand or something because he was snapping them off a little quicker than that behind us. 1-1. Upstairs, 2-1. Oh, my goodness, but the wind's going to keep it in. Center fielder tracks to the wall. Yeah, that's gone if there's no wind. I mean, he crushed it. And that's a good play by Del Boccio. But I know a home run in high school when I see it. That was it. But that wind pulled it back. So there will be no track wall and touching them all today. Not with that wind blowing in. Yes, this is Meckel, I believe. And Meckel looks at strike one. And there's a hard ground ball to the shortstop. Oh, nice play up. And you know what? Holy Trinity today have played well defensively. And it's 3 up, 3 down. The first time today that's occurred for either team. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 7-1 Tigers. All right, welcome back here to Holy Trinity and Wood Hamilton Field. And as we head to the bottom of the 6th, and if you're Cocoa Beach, you've got just 3 outs left at the plate, but you're going to have to get through the order here of Holy Trinity. And I do believe that we have Nunez, Del Boccio, and Jack might do up. 49, 49, and 49. Nice pitch. Strike 3, 1 out. He does throw strikes. It's Del Boccio, not the I think Mike's calling him DeBaccio. At least he's not calling him. What's that word? I mean, debauch. What is it? The word that's bad. I like. I mean, yeah. Del Boccio takes ball one. Good luck, Del Boccio. Good player, man. He's seen him out in center field today. Done a terrific job. He looked down for a signal. Coach Kelsey just gave him the look like, we're up 6, son. Hit the ball. Yeah, there's a strike. 3-2 now. Or 3-1. I thought it was 3-2. Well, 3-1. 3-2. Now you're ready, huh? You better be, because it's 3-2. Because I think you know what pitch you're going to see. Upstairs, he couldn't get it, and that's a one-out walk to Del Boccio, and that'll bring up. There you go, he got it. Devin Jackwhite comes up. Jackwhite, right now, with his performance on the bump today and the way he was able, got us. Listen, I think a start is as important as anything, and I think he got his team off on the right foot today. We're going to interview Coach Kelsey after the game. I actually have to really beat feet once we're done here because I've got to go get all this equipment charged up because I've got football tonight, and I'm running low. Oh, my goodness. He's safe. Del Boccio steals. That's just a great job by Del Boccio. Taking a base. Not going to hold him. He's going to take the base, and he does. Del Boccio, the team leader was Christian Wolf with 12 stolen bases. I think for Del Boccio was second with 7. That's going to separate him now and give him 8 with stolen base leader with Thatcher, Del Boccio. Yeah, it's going to give him the lead with 9. There's a little nubbler down the first. You've got flips to the pitcher, and Del Boccio over to third. Jackamite goes out 3-1, and Thatcher will step in with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Noah Thatcher. And there's a ground ball to the first baseman. Picks it, touches, and that'll do it. Bottom of the 6th over. We head to the top of the 7th. Cocoa Beach down to their final 3 outs. Back with that in just a moment.
Hooters faced Wakefield 3 times so far in his career, still looking for his first hit. won't get it here as he's called out on strikes.
Started with a fastball, and then the next two pitches, the knuckleball. For Wakefield, picks up the strikeout on a knee-high knuckler.
Down on strikes goes Pose, so Wakefield making quick work so far of the Royals. Gets Kruder called and Pose swinging. That one bounces away. Damon flying down the first baseline. Throw by Baratek will not be in time. So Damon down on strikes will reach with 2 outs here in the 9th. Swing and miss. He struck him out, and we've got extra innings tonight in Kansas City.
That's Tim Wakefield striking out 4 batters in 1 inning. Yep, it can be done. As we head to the top of the 7th, Peyton Wilson steps in to face our pitcher, sophomore Seth Monteleone. Monteleone kicks and fires. And it's 1-1. 3 outs left for Cocoa Beach, who won last night over Titusville to move to 9-5. If Holy Trinity hangs on, they'll move to 6-9. Oh my goodness, what a pitch on the curveball. Got him. What? Caught him looking, and I'd say that's window shopping, but when you buckle the knees like that, that's just folding them down and putting them in the box, and that's 1 out. And this will bring up Wyman. That's behind him. And there's a shot to the shortstop, up and over to first for 2 outs. Oh, no, he dropped the ball. It's an error on the first baseman. I'm going to tell you what, the shortstop today, Roman Carlson, he's covered more ground than Kutsu today and done a great job doing it out there. That one, that first baseman's got to come up with that. That's an E. If I'm scoring it, it's E3. If you're not familiar with Kutsu, well, there's this great service called Google. One out, one on. The curveball is lifted. This is a tough play. I don't know he's going to get there. Yes, he will. 2 outs. Great play by the left fielder, Lucas Capitos. That's covering more ground than Kutsu. And Cocoa Beach down to their final out. And what a great job. What a great win this is going to be here for Holy Trinity to hang on and win this game on Tim Wakefield charity baseball game. A game that Coach Kelsey worked so hard to put together. Pitch. This should do it. Out in right field. Call. Oh, it drops. And that'll score a run, and it's 7-2. Yeah, the wind absolutely crushed. I don't know if he just gave up on it or what the deal was. He should have caught the ball. He knows it too, and that's what he's telling himself right now. But now the tying run is just 5 spots down, 4 spots down in the lineup. Anything can happen. The pitcher starts getting all out of whack. There's 2 outs. I mean, you never know. I've seen it. Yes, indeed. This, I know, will end it. And that is the third and final out of the game. And the Holy Trinity Tigers will win the Take Tim Wakefield charity baseball game between themselves and Cocoa Beach. Our player of the game will be Devin Jackmite. And so I want to thank Coach Kelsey. Stay tuned. Coming up tomorrow, we'll have the post-game interview showing Coach Kelsey. But I want to thank Cheryl Avdelis for her help here today. So appreciate you, Cheryl. And, of course, Athletic Director James Phillips. Once again, the final score, Holy Trinity 7, Cocoa Beach 2. We'll see you tonight for